Yo, what up guys? Welcome to another StarCraft 2 cast by eXtine. This is on the CommFT channel, but eXtvESports is the second channel that we are going to be launching very soon and shifting these videos over to. So please throw us a subscription over there, and you know, if StarCraft 2 is your thing. Otherwise, don't freak out. You know, we're not gonna have these casts up here clogging up all our quality TF2 content, because we're certainly going nowhere. This series of casts that I'm doing are from old games featuring players that are going to be playing in the upcoming StarCraft Showdown held by TGBF.TV Season 0. And that's going to be hosted by myself, Shedder from TGBF TV, Andy Zoom, and Fishsticks. Fishsticks and I, that's Ben Goldhaber, are going to be doing commentary together, while Chris and Andy are going to be taking over hosting duties. It's going to be a top-level production, and I am super stoked about it. So this game is Kiwikaki, who is not playing in our invitational, but is a phenomenal Canadian Protoss player. And in this match, which is taken from MLG Dallas, it is a rematch of a game from MLG Raleigh. Nadagast and Kiwikaki, they met in Raleigh, and Kiwikaki won that series 2-1. So it is a rematch of that event. And in this DC tournament, this is a winner's bracket round 4 matchup. So Nadagast is the one who's playing in our tournament, and we're really excited about that. He is also a WoW Arena Warlock pro player, but he also dabbled in TF2 briefly. So all of our players have a TF2 connection, as Nadagast is also the brother of Syckness, who I featured in my first series of SC2 games, which you guys should check out. So Metalopolis, we have the long spawn positions. So Kiwikaki's on the left side, while Nadagast is on the right side. They're the farthest away from each other that is possible, so that makes a difference quite a bit. Love StarCraft 2, and this is surely going to be a great game. I'm super excited about our tournament. We have Syckness in it, as well as Nadagast. We have Jaeger, and we have Torch, all qualified StarCraft players, and you know, a little background with TF2, so really excited about it. And those casts are going to be awesome. I mean, I just can't say that enough. So Nadagast getting super aggressive here, throwing down a bunker for a second, and then kind of waltzing it away as he gets attacked, but he does have these 2 Marines out here. So this is going to be a very aggressive opener. Let's see if he goes back here. He's just going to distract the probe. I mean, the ramp wasn't blocked off at all, so very easy to work some units in here. Now going to rebuild this bunker, and Kiwikaki's going to have to deal with this quickly and decisively. They are the long spawn position, so I mean, it doesn't seem like Nadagast is going to get any more pressure, and it also looks like he doesn't want to send any more pressure. Simply distract Kiwikaki, who has 5 probes over there, not mining, still not mining, but on their way back to mining. So, you know, that's going to slow him down a little bit. But the man already has Immortals coming out. Wow. I mean, this has been a very interesting play over here. I mean, kind of tucking away his Cyber Core and having the double gas. He fed it off this first attack, so I mean, as long as he gets another gateway up here, or 2 with this Warp Gate technology, he'll be able to send in units very quickly. But Immortal first, Observer second, which is pretty interesting. And Nadagast is proceeding with his build, full steam ahead. He's already got his Tech Lab and Siege Tank out. No Siege Tech going down yet. Instead, going to get a Hellion and maybe do a little bit of pressure here, at least drive off any roaming probes that are doing the scouting. Oh, I wonder if he could actually win that battle. And he's going to run away, though, and decide not to mess with him. The starport going down as well, so this is kind of crazy. It's like a Destiny Skyfist build with a quick expand. See, I know some lingo. I don't know why he just picked it up and landed it again. It's just kind of interesting. And going to morph it into the orbital command first. Maybe that was just what happened. He picked it up and then he was like, oh yeah, orbital command. Kiwikaki with this good observer over here. He sees that the expansion's going down. He knows that his opponent, won't be getting too crazy aggressive. Kiwikaki's Immortal has been spotted, but the Nexus going down, this Hellion going down. At least it was a little bit of a worthwhile scout. And the bunker down at the bottom, going to help secure this expansion, which we see it landing. Always a really good decision to build that orbital command before you land, because you start building up energy. And if you're like, oh, well, I'll just start building it before I land it, it's like, well, but you could just waste that time while you're still landed over here and get the extra energy, and then you'll be a lot more happier when you land it. So just go for that. Just do that. Let's see. He does have siege tech going down, and so we're going to continue with this siege tank play. Getting a Raven out of this starport, which is interesting, but the Raven is a very useful unit. It is a detector as well, which is helpful just in case you're scared about a Dark Templar rush or something crazy like that. Let's check the harvester count real quick. And regards to probes and SCVs, we got 34 to 29, but of course those mules are insanely awesome units. And, you could get into a pretty stiff debate about how awesome mules are and whether it's really fair that they're as awesome as they are. But that's, kind of irrelevant. Just what it is. Blizzard keeps tuning it, and I'm sure if the Terrans keep running away with crazy mule orbital command builds, certainly we'll see a response from them. And I think that's interesting, a comparison between TF2, StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 is, simply put, the most successful esport out there. That's undeniable. And, TF2ers should look towards StarCraft 2 as just, for inspiration and, to mirror some of the practices. But, people sometimes complain about in TF2 that, oh, the game's always changing, so the competitive players don't know how to react, and why don't we just play with vanilla items? Why are there these unlocks that are game-changing abilities? Why do they keep doing this? Why whine? Not everybody does that, but some people do. And StarCraft 2 is very much an alive game, just like Team Fortress. A little harass there, picking up that SCV. That's a pain in the ass, and it's going to slow Nadagast down, at least when it comes to spending his resources. But StarCraft 2 is an alive game. The patch changes make huge differences, and Blizzard's very careful with that. They've got this test realm that they've, testing the 1.2 patch changes. They were going to make a big patch change to the Zerg infestors, not allowing them to infest aerial units, which, these Phoenix are really awesome. We're seeing them in force right now, and they would just destroy the Zergling Mutalisks if, you couldn't infest them. So they backed up on that change, and, it's an alive game, just like Team Fortress 2. Going in with 2 Immortals, just a few Stalkers, and a Sentry or 2. These Phoenixes can't really get too involved. They have that Graviton Beam ability, which is fantastic, but you can't really, Graviton Beam 20 Marines. And in response to that, he's still got this force out here. He's got to make sure, he moves it if he sees any attacks coming at it. Kind of doing a little bit of a contain strategy here as he's throwing up this other Nexus. I know that when I play Protoss, I usually end up with a ton of minerals and like to expand pretty quickly. So as long as he keeps Nadagast kind of inside here, it's going to be a worthwhile strategy for him. And the Colossus Thermal Lance strategy, the Thermal Lance is just really this crucial upgrade for the Colossus, which gives him 1 more range, and really it makes a big difference when it comes to avoiding damage from Marines and Marauders. So, if you're going to get Colossus, you have to get Thermal Lance. The upgrades play a big difference in the late game and middle game of StarCraft 2. And Nadagast has gotten a bunch of upgrades. He's getting a stim right now, which is a little bit late. A very crucial ability, to maximize the potential of your Marines and your Marauders. He's got to deal with these Phoenixes at some point, but only the 1 starport and only building Ravens, this 1 Raven. He switched in some Thors, which is interesting. That'll provide him a little extra protection against those Phoenixes who are continuing to harass in the back. Looks like they've picked up a couple SCVs, stopped this supply depot from being built. it stopped that one from being built as well. Excuse me, a little gassy. Missile turret going up, as long as he can get back here and complete it without those phoenixes coming in again. But that's why that big chunk of Marines is back there. And wow, look at this, continuing to do a nice little block here. If Nadagast ever tries to attack here, he's going to be forced to go all the way around here. He's doing that strategy at all of his bases, which is really interesting. I guess it's to minimize the dangers of drops, you know, and just limit the mobility of his opponent. So this observer here, you know, invisible unit, gives him just clear view of everything that's going on over here. He's going to see this third expansion, and it looks like he's moving some forces over to harass it. See if these phoenixes try to go for this command center, or how exactly he chooses to harass with them. Yeah, taking down some Hellions. That's worth it, you know. If we go to the units lost tab, which is a personal favorite, we see Nadagast has lost a little bit more resources than his opponent Kiwikaki. That's not always the most telling tab. A very telling tab is the harvester count, which is 73 to 58. So, you know, when you're getting more resources in TF2, it's just, in StarCraft 2, excuse me, it's just, it's kind of like a downhill curve, you know, for your opponent. You just keep getting more and more ahead of them, and able to just do what you want to do and put more and more pressure. I mean, wow, that army is ridiculous, you know. He's got to watch out for siege tanks a little bit, but it looks like all the siege tanks are back here. So, you know, that's their range. If he comes in on the side here, he can attack this whole army, attack this expansion, even though it is a planetary fortress. Big, huge cannon on top of it. Sensor tower, he's going to be able to see this going in. He's going to have to wonder a little bit if it's a bit of a ploy. Nexus over here. These Hellions actually not even being looked at. So he's going to get the spot on that, but he's not really going to control him right now. Going to be able to get some good harass here. The blue flame on those Hellions is an upgrade, which helps him add good damage. Wow! Torching those probes. In the meantime, though, big battle going down here. He's scooted up some of his siege tanks, so they're enraged to help out here, but the Colossus is just out of range of them. Thor's going down, still one up. Losing those ground forces, though, and Kiwikaki backing up a little bit. But look at those Colossi, really banged up, and going to have to scoot back and play it safe. Bringing in Stalkers here to re-secure this back expansion. And with those buildings over there, those Hellions couldn't sneak out the back door. He also has that blink teleport ability, which is really just a great micro ability for the Stalkers and the Protoss players. If you can use that effectively, it's crucial. So he actually has this fourth expansion going up, which will help him replenish that probe count, which was put in danger by all those probes. Or sorry, all those SCVs now have the advantage in that category. Starting to get mined out here, so he is going to have to be forced to switch over to just defending this expansion in his bottom third base. Trying to do some harass here with these Colossus on the side. And Nadagast, with his tank-heavy army, is going to have to put it to use. It's very defensive-minded, though, and these Colossus can just walk up back and forth on this cliff and deal a lot of damage to the factories here of Nadagast. He's got to respond to that. He can't have his production buildings cut out like that, because you have to rebuild all of those and get tech labs for all of them. It'd be a really big loss that you don't want to replace. He's got a bunch of SCVs coming over here. He'll probably transfer them after they repair this. Building up a new factory as well. Trying to see a sensor tower. Very useful building, so we can just see everything that's going on. Get a little bit more of a preview of what's coming at him. Supply is about the same for both players, but Kiwikaki, I think, has more resources going on here. Oh, closing in on these siege tanks. Look at that. Just getting right in their face, taking most of them out. And on the unit count, he's down to 3 siege tanks. That was just a brutal attack. And he's still short one factory of what he wants, what he had. So he's been slowed down quite a bit. That's command center. Oh, he's getting his 4th ready too. Let's see if he can get that in place. because he needs to get an army back up soon. He's getting, Kiwikaki's lost a lot of units. His supply, his army count is also pretty low, but it's most likely going to jump up quicker than Nadagast. It's all about, resupplying your army and getting them back up to fighting shape. So the Stalkers with Blink are going to be very mobile, going to be able to shift around as needed, as you see there, dodging the army. He's got a couple Banshees out, but it's all Stalkers mainly. A couple of Mortals, but these Stalkers are doing good work of the opposition. Interesting battle, an important battle right now. And closing in on these siege tanks is going to make them hurt themselves when they fire. Choose not to fire. Yeah, damaging that one over here. And on the bottom, he's actually started to clean up with this Immortal, dealing good damage to everybody, and these Stalkers just continuing to do work. These Zealots have charge legs, so they're going to be able to close the distance on these siege tanks quick. He's actually oh no, those two are sieging up. A Blink to get closer to him. Siege tanks are going to go down. The Planetary Fortress is the only thing keeping this expansion going. But with this down and the main base basically mined out, 15 minerals on that, he's limited to 1 base right now. So Kiwikaki off 3 real mining bases just has a huge advantage on income, huge harvester count, and now he's really going to just look to continue that pressure and destroy the rest of Nadagast's forces. Putting this pressure on, it's only the Planetary Fortress, so he can split up the troops of Nadagast as he likes, and put a ton of pressure on him. He's trying to sneak this orbital command over here, just sneak it past him. We'll see if he spots that. It's just kind of funny. Getting some more upgrades, upgrading his vehicle weapons to level 3, which should help out those siege tanks quite a bit. This Planetary Fortress is going to go down very quickly. Not going to be able to mobilize his forces to attack it. It's going to go down. He's reduced to mining off of 0 bases, actually. And I think as soon as this goes down, he's going to realize that there's no hope. And GG, because he's long distance mining 2 spots. Yeah, going to shift that down. But if he doesn't hold that, then it's done. Wow, actually, I think he's going to fly that all the way down there. I'm surprised he doesn't land it here. This lower location is more defensible, and he has the units there. But depending on when Kiwikaki attacks, he could mess this plan up. And he sees the siege cannons there. He's trying to figure out where Nadagast is. Really only 3 siege tanks over here, though. A good bio force, but he, has the Stalkers and the Immortals and the Colossus. So getting rid of most of the Marines and Marauders, sending them back. The tank's going down as well, and yeah, SCV is coming out, but GG called. Really good pressure from Kiwikaki, getting an economic advantage, and then just holding on to it. So check out the second video of this best of 3 series. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.